should say good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking a moment to be present. I am a little lit. I'm a little full too, but we're going to get this message out. I'm going to pull 3 cards for Aries, as well as 1 card from my Angelarium of what you should be aware of, you should pay attention to, and what you should keep in mind. I say 1 card, but if more than 1 comes out, we'll see how that goes. Let's get started. There are energies around me, but I'm hoping as long as I mind my business, they will mind their business. That way I don't pick up on anybody's reading other than the reading for the collective of specific sign Aries. Most High, I welcome you any door that is not of you. I ask that you shut and close. Whatever you would like the collective to know. For the specific sign of Aries. Please give me the messages and allow me to channel them to the best of my ability. Angels, ancestors of my highest possible good, I also welcome you. I ask and request your assistance as well as your aid and your presence for this reading for the sign of Aries. Whatever you'd like for them to know, please help me release this message. Any black magic, curses, hexes, evil eye, return back to sender. Times 3. I welcome only love and gratitude, and I release that back out into the universe times 10. 3 cards for Aries. Please give me 3 cards for Aries. Allow this message to be clear and concise. I think this is the Page of Wands. 3 cards, please. I wonder if I was supposed to take those. First time doing this, so bear with me. We're taking only 3 cards. And I feel like more than 3 cards flipped over, so. 3 cards for Aries, please. Please allow me to pull only on the energy of Aries. Please allow me to read only on the energy of Aries. 3 cards, please. So we're going to take this one because it's poking out. 3 cards, please. Actually, 2 more cards. 2 more cards for Aries, please. That's 2. 1 more card for Aries, please. Whatever you'd like Aries to know. And here we go with 3. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles. And to close it out, I'm just going to pull 1 card from the Angelarium. Please give me one card for the sign of Aries. One card for the sign of Aries, whatever you'd like for Aries to know. One card for the sign of Aries, whatever you would like for Aries to know. Two came out, so we're going to take two. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We're going to start off with the tarot. The Tower. It's my first time actually even pulling that card. And it was upright. So upright, it's ego, catastrophe, revelations. The lionfish prowls the depths, brilliant and beautiful among the reefs. Its poisonous spines and bright colors warn others to stay away. But even those that flee don't always escape this hunter's attention. The lionfish is an invasive species with no natural predators. They can spell disaster for an ecosystem, wearing away at its foundation until only ruins remain. Appropriately, they symbolize hidden peril. Likewise, the tower denotes the terrible power of chaos lying in wait. It reminds us we're never safe from the sudden and unavoidable difficulties life can throw our way. When upright, the tower warns that something unexpected and unpleasant is going to happen. The timing of this event may not be ideal. Your foundation is shaky and crumbling. But even amid destruction, there's potential for good. The horn was just a affirmation as well as a sign. When fire tears through a forest, seeds are germinated for the next generation. Surrender to the forces at work in your life and consider where to go once the ground stops shaking. There is a revelation at hand. Hold on to those still in your life for support if you need it, but ultimately only you can save yourself. Calm yourself. This too shall pass. So for the horn to go off with your foundation is shaking and crumbling, but even amid destruction, there's potential for good. Goodness comes from demise. Goodness comes from bad things. Goodness comes from unfortunate events. In a sense, bad things happen so good things can take its place. So do not keep your attention on the events that unfold for too long. You have to keep your focus on moving forward and your healing. Those are two things that are going to help you keep your momentum. And the next card that came out, Knight of Swords. And it was upright. So ambition, motivation, forward thinking. A vermilion flycatcher darts through the air amid a shower of shooting stars. A sword tucked behind its wing and its eyes locked on its prize. Flycatchers, as the name implies, are skilled hunters who take to the skies in search of small insects to eat. They employ skilled flying techniques and whirlwind darts to nab their tiny prey. The Knight of Swords speaks of great energy to push forward and the assurance of a keen mind. We are reminded to always look to the next goal and be ready to grab it the second it comes into view. So if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. When upright, the Knight of Swords suggests that you're on a mission and won't let anything stand in your way. Overall, you're ambitious. You're an ambitious and driven individual, and you're using your intellect to get through obstacles. Taking action is your first instinct, and if you're assertive, you'll have an easier time getting what you want when you want it. While it's beneficial to take charge, dive right in. Don't move too quickly. Think through your actions before leaping into the unknown. So make sure you are thinking before you are acting, because a lot of people, they just act off of impulse and they find themselves in sticky situations whether they understand it or not. They bring it up on themselves. They place themselves in these situations. With you, you have the power to think before leaping, and just know things will work out for you. Engage with others who share your drive and forward thinking habits. You may be able to motivate each other towards bigger and better things. So, like attracts like, although sometimes opposites attract. Make sure for the likeliness that attracts likeliness, you are using your energy to feed off of each other. You can throw an idea into the pot, they can throw an idea into the pot, and it could possibly work out for both goods, both betterments. It's all about how you choose to move, how you choose to see things. I'm sorry for the noise, but you have to learn how to tune it out, and I'm speaking as loud as I feel is necessary. 11:11 on the clock. Last card, Four of Pentacles. Frugality, affluence, possessiveness. An armadillo curls around a pinnacle, its armored bands defending it from the outside world while the pinnacle is safe. The armadillo is stuck, unable to move for fear of what might become of its prize. The two spears of wheat above its head represent the prosperity waiting outside the armadillo's protective spear. They're out of reach, close but inaccessible to someone who refuses to open up to what life may bring. The Four of Pentacles reminds us that the secluding ourselves provides protection, but also alienates us from the world. When upright, the Four of Pentacles ask us to be critical of our relationship with money. There's a fine line between being frugal and being miserly. Means miserable. One brings economic relief while the other places you in a state of anxiety, distrust, and paranoia. While this position can suggest you've reached economic stability by remaining careful, conservative, and attentive, it usually implies you've become unable to spend for fear of losing your fortune. Foregoing happiness entirely won't serve you well. Money shouldn't be the focal point of your life and actions. Control can be had in other ways. Try to live within your means without punishing yourself. And remember, there's more to life than the pursuit of wealth. So on this pursuit of happiness, if you've chosen a more healthier approach to life, a more spiritual approach, a more unassuring path, because the road that leads to hell is often known by many, right? It's paved with good intentions, but in reality, there's nothing good intentional about it. So with the path that you've chosen, if it is a road that is unassuring at times, you will receive the reassurance that you need, but it will not come in ways that you were probably used to before. You're stepping into new territories, new waters, right? Charting new waters. And with that comes the fact of you must walk by faith, not by sight. You must walk by your intuition, which is your inner compass. You must use discernment. If a person, place, or thing's words are not ever sweeter than their actions, that right then should tell you who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, and what you need to let go of. Make room for what is trying to come in, release what no longer serves you, and make time for what does serve you. 14:14 on the clock. I pray you are receiving these messages to the best of your ability. Whatever you don't understand, may it reveal itself to you in due time. Alright, so for the two cards that came out of the Angelarium, Bootator. And this is the Angel of Calculation. First time ever pulling this card. Whoever this message is for, it's gonna suit you on your journey. I don't know who you are, but wherever you're at, you will be receiving the downloads, the affirmations, as well as the spiritual inclinations that you've been needing. Pay attention. Perched on the edge, civilization, Butator kept a distance from his brethren. His perch was at the edge of the forest, up on the line where the broken stumps demarked the boundary between the king's influence and the remaining autonomy of nature. It was from this vantage point of disharmony that he built his domain. Every step deeper into the wilderness was documented in his leaguers. Progress was pulled from the landscape and pressed as ink escaped paper. It was not the destruction itself that captivated him, but the process of it. Every step forward was an opportunity to build on his increasingly elaborate collection of tallies. Domain, numbers, dates, routines. Card meaning. It's easy to get lost in facts and figures. Overemphasizing their importance might be coming at the expense of more important aspects of your current situation. Take a step back and look at the culmination of your work. Don't miss the forest for the trees. So look at the bigger picture. There are things going on all the time outside of our control. Things that we don't even understand, right? We may never understand. You have to have peace with everything. What you understand, what you don't understand, and what will come to your understanding. Because it's a matter of realizing that there are forces outside of our control. There are forces beyond what we can imagine that are aiding us along our journey, that are looking out for us, that are protecting us, that are sending us love, light, and healing vibrations so we can continue to touch those we get guided to touch, as well as make a better life for ourselves. We're here to live, learn, and let go. Make sure in the process you're keeping spirit first, you're leading with love, and you're being free, whatever that may mean to you. And the second card that came out, the Ascendant, Sariel. I feel like I've put that card before. Let me see. As the days wound on, the sky tugged at Sariel's gaze. Deep below his own identity, he felt another stirring. There was a part of him that remained among the stars, and it begged him to take his place with them again. He longingly watched the heavens and wished to be free from the tattered cage his body had become. As weariness overtook his consciousness each night, he fell into a dream and rose again. The chorus called him home. Card meaning. The fixation you feel towards your goals is powered by real purpose. Deep inside yourself, you know what your needs are and what they cannot be denied. And that they cannot be denied. Regardless of whether success is possible, the process of striving toward your goal is what ultimately matters. So don't get so caught up in believing whether or not you can achieve something. Just take the first steps towards it, Do it if you feel scared. Do it if you feel unsure. Do it if you feel broke. Do it if you feel broken. Do it if you feel healed. Do it if you feel unhealed. The whole point is to keep moving. The closer you get, the more you can understand and the better you can be, as well as leaving opportunities for more to come in. Because if you take a step towards the universe is going to take multiple steps towards you. Whether you understand it or not, doors are opening. I pray whoever reaches this message, whoever this message is supposed to touch, that they receive it openly. And I pray that they continue on their journey and they understand that they are not alone. All they have to do is ask for help and they will get the help that they need. Keep striving. Success is whatever you define it as. And don't pay attention to what other people are doing. This is your life. Choose to live it to the best of your ability, whatever that may mean to you. You aid with your destiny. You can't change it, but you aid with it. Namaste.